Someone's trying to make you mad here. Someone's trying to make you angry. It feels like they're putting up boundaries because they're annoyed that you took so long to make a choice or a decision or to talk about wanting to have a reunion or reconciliation with this person. And it feels like now they're really angry about it. But the only reason why they're angry about it is because they feel like they can't communicate with you. Because now they're absolutely scared of being vulnerable because they're not actually sure if you want this. So your indecisive energy, it's got this person scared. It's got this person rattled. So now they're not too sure if you're actually invested in them. And so they're lashing out at you. They're taking it out on you because they can't communicate the truth with you. And it feels like they're putting up boundaries as a way to try and get to you about how much they suffered, about how much they were feeling hurt and pain with all of this waiting energy. But the thing is, with the Hierophant stepping forward and the temperaments, this person told you they weren't emotionally available. This person told you they emotionally weren't ready for a connection with you. So you actually thought that you had time when it came to this person, but there was some confusion with this person's energy because this person thought that they were feeling the same way emotionally as what they wanted with the relationship in terms of commitment, but they actually weren't. Because this person thought that because they weren't emotionally invested, it meant they didn't have feelings for you. Now, this person is angry and they're annoyed that they were confused about what they actually wanted. And now they're taking it out on you by trying to put up boundaries because they don't want to wait for you to make a choice and for you to make a decision, because they can't handle communicating the truth with you, because they can't handle being vulnerable, because now they're scared that you're not interested in them. But with the Moon stepping forward and the Three of Swords, there's a lot of hidden truth from this person. It feels like this person was emotionally ready. They were emotionally available for you, but there was either some type of past energy or a secrecy or a lack of truth about fears and doubts from their past. And that's the reason why they told you they emotionally weren't available and ready to be with you here in a relationship sense, because they thought that their emotions were still linked to a past situation, or they genuinely thought they didn't love you or care about you because of the fact that they felt like they weren't emotionally available to be in a relationship with you. But now what's happening is they're acting toxic towards you by putting up boundaries to try and force you to make a choice or a decision, because they can't actually handle being alone. They can't handle being away from you, because with the Sun and the Hanged Man and the Ace of Coins, also the Lovers, they're realizing they can't replace you. They're realizing they can't move forward, but they're also realizing that they are really scared to be vulnerable with you right now, because they are scared of the reasons why you took so long to make a choice or a decision, even though they actually don't know how you were feeling about this person emotionally. They're basing everything on what they think they know or the choices and decisions that they saw, but they haven't got to the truth. There is so much lack of truth from this person. And the reason for that is because they have fear and they have doubt, possibly about a past situation, but they have fear and they have doubt when it comes to communication and being vulnerable, especially with this Two of Cups energy coming through. Somebody is pretending not to care that you didn't accept an opportunity or you didn't accept a relationship with them, because this person with the Lovers and the Knight of Swords, they're feeling very triggered because they're trying to heal from you with their insecurities, which is the only way they know how to. But when they're trying to heal from you, it's different than trying to heal from everybody else, because this person is trying to become absent and emotionally withdrawn from you and convince themselves they don't love you, convince themselves they don't care about you, because they feel like they have to do that because they feel abandoned and rejected by you. But the more that this person becomes absent from you, the more this person falls for you. And there's a few number of reasons for that. But the biggest reason is because it makes this person realize what they actually had. and they couldn't see you for who you really were in your true beauty, because this person felt like they had to hurt you in order to self-sabotage the relationship, because they felt like emotionally they weren't ready for you, because you were just someone that was so different to every other connection this person was in. And they now have to convince themselves that you did something wrong, because they have so much regret and they can't deal with their emotions right now, because everything that's clouding this person's judgment is them wanting to just run back to you. But they see that you abandoned them and you rejected them as an energy of you being mean. They feel rejected and abandoned by you, and they don't feel like they're good enough. But the thing is that this is one of this person's biggest insecurities, is the fact that they don't feel good enough. So you either have a twin flame who's a runner that you have to chase, or you have someone that's trying to self-sabotage it and they're pulling away from you. This person actually wants you to chase them, but they also don't want to admit that they're upset and they're annoyed that you rejected and you abandoned them, because this person doesn't want to have any vulnerability. But this person keeps getting tested by you and tested by your love the more absent they are. And the reason for that is because your love is meant to teach this person to get over this insecurity of them not feeling like they're good enough. Because this is the only reason why this person is absent. This is the only reason why this person tried to self-sabotage it, or the only reason why this person is in and out, hot and cold, passive-aggressive, mixed, unpredictable. Because they're convincing themselves the only reason why you didn't accept a relationship or you broke it off with this person was because they weren't good enough. Now, through this person not being good enough, their insecurities are making them not only toxic towards the connection, but they're also turning this person into someone they're actually not. And that's because they're suffering so much by trying to be absent. It's the only way they know how to try and heal from a person, but you're the only exception here, because your love is meant to heal this person through their insecurity. And the more they try and run away, the more this person is creating a chase within the relationship here, because you can tell this person is still here for a reason. You can tell this person is still holding on. The only reason why they're mad and why they're annoyed is because they know that they are the only ones that can make this situation better. And this person also knows that you're not letting go of them, and it kills this person because they know that you're not going to accept the opportunity, and they know you're not making it easy for them. But at the same time, they feel like the more you're lingering, the more you're there, the more they actually want you, because now they can't have you, and now they have to deal with the chase in the relationship because they created it through their insecurities of them feeling like they're not good enough for you. But your love, your connection, that was meant to help heal this person through those insecurities. And that's the reason why they can't move on from you. You are this person's love of their life, but they let their ego and their pride get in the way of losing you, because they were so scared to tell you how they truly felt that they let you go. But it will catch up with this person what they truly lost, because you were the love of their life with the Queen of Wands. And they think about you constantly. They think about you all the time. Now, they're with someone else, most likely a karmic, possibly even another soulmate energy. But they always think about you. You are always on this person's mind, even when they're with someone else, because they constantly compare you to the person that they're with now. And that's because this person truly loved you. And they loved you in a way where they're not going to love anybody else in the same way that they loved you. But with the Seven of Cups coming through, this person mucked commitment up because they thought that they weren't good enough for you in the end. They kind of thought that's the reason why you let them go, or it's the reason why you started distancing yourself from this person. And they thought that it was what you wanted. They thought that you didn't want them anymore. But what actually happened with this energy, with the Three of Swords and the Eight of Cups, is that you stopped relying on this person for emotional support, because this person was distracted, possibly by money, or possibly they were choosing their career over you. But with the Ace of Coins coming through and the Six of Swords, what happened was the relationship with this person, it stopped being a priority, and they started putting more priority into other things. However, this person still loved you at this time and you still loved them. But there was a lack of communication that was happening, and this was affecting the foundation of the relationship. You didn't feel like you were being treated as a priority for this person. And this person didn't communicate with you because they thought that you were not loving them anymore. And so they self-sabotaged it by letting their ego and their pride get in the way of losing you. Now, what's happening at the moment with this person is that with the World and the King of Swords, they're pretending that they're happy with someone else, but they're really not. Now, they're happy with who they're with, but they could have been happier with you because you were everything this person wanted. You were everything they dreamt about, everything they prayed for. And at the moment, what's happening is they're just settling for who they're with. They're just settling. They're just comfortable. But it's not a life that's freeing. It's not a love that is intoxicating or a love that is pure or real. It's just a love that's happy, that this person can be in, that satisfies somewhat their needs. But it's nothing like a love that they had with you, because your love was the kind of love that was growth. Your love was the kind of love that was challenging but real. And it was going to be a love where you grew with this person. But now that they're comfortable and sitting in a third party connection, a karmic or a soulmate, even though I feel more karmic and not so much soulmate energy, they lost someone that they're never going to be able to get back. And it's going to haunt this person because you're going to have someone else come in and this person knows it. But this person's known it all along. This person has known it all along. This person has always known that you would never have trouble finding someone else. They always knew that you would be able to move on to someone else straight away because of how special and how amazing you are. And this person at the end there, they tried to make it feel like you were the one that was in the wrong or you were the one that was going to struggle. But to be quite frankly honest, they did this because they knew that you were going to be able to move on from them and they were never ever really going to be able to move on from you. But they never wanted to tell you that because they never wanted you to know how much they were going to struggle without you. Somebody was all about themselves until they met you. Someone was so ego. Someone was so prideful. Someone thought that they didn't need anybody else. But that was until they met you. Now, this is someone that is stalking. It's someone that's keeping themselves at a distance from you because they don't want to admit that they need you. They don't want to admit that they need you because this person is so scared of being vulnerable with someone. But this person, it's like they're creating so much confliction that's not necessary because you know that they love you and you know that you love them. And the only thing that's standing in the way of having a relationship is this person's ego and it's this person's pride. Because they keep saying to you that they don't need you, they don't want you, and that you should just move on. But they don't let you move on. And they are in denial about it because they keep trying to stop you from moving on. And they're trying to make it not obvious that they're doing this, but it's so obvious that they're doing it because they get jealous or they crack it at you when someone else is in the picture. But they drive you absolutely crazy because it's so obvious that they want you, but they just won't be honest about it. With the Star, there is so much happiness this person feels when it comes to you. They get so flippin' excited to see you. They get so excited to hear from you again or see you again. It creates a spark in this person every single time they hear your name. But when it comes to the Judgment energy and the Nine of Wands, they are stopping themselves from experiencing love because they are stopping this connection from being everything that it's supposed to be because they want to be in denial. They want to choose to be so ego and so prideful because they want to convince themselves they don't need you. But they need you. They need you. They just don't want to say it. They just don't want to say it because with the Moon and the Ten of Coins, they're scared. They're scared they're not good enough for you, or they're scared that you're too good for them, and they are basing this whole relationship on status. But they're basing this whole relationship not on emotions, not on feelings. They're basing this whole relationship on what they think could go wrong, even though they haven't even given the relationship a chance. And what's actually happening here is that you're kind of already in a relationship with this person anyway. You always have been. Because there's always been emotional vulnerability. This person always tells you things about their fears and how they're feeling. So they think for some reason that you're not actually in a relationship, even though you kind of already are, but they're not calling it one. And they think by not calling it a relationship, it means that they have reassurance over vulnerability, because they feel like they're at a distance from you. But they're actually not, because they only become at a distance from you when you talk about commitment, because they get scared. But they're actually the ones that stop you from moving forward. They're actually the ones that stop you moving on, because they love you so much. They are conflicted themselves. They're trying to actually stay withdrawn from you, but they're in denial about the fact that they're not withdrawn from you, because they love you. They know that you love them. They know they have so much fun with you, and you are so open about the way that you feel when it comes to this person. They know that they're not going to move forward. They know that you're not going to move forward either. So this is going to keep going the way that it's going. And it feels like you're either going to get sick of the fact they're not going to call it a relationship, or you're either going to stay with this person and just see how it moves forward, is what I'm getting here.